Toronto's already on its 5th power play in the 3rd period. And as you can see, they have not scored yet. Kasperi Kapanen to Trevor Moore, Malcolm Subban, Toronto native, slides across to make the save. Nick Holden, one-timer stop. Cody Ceci gives it right to Max Pacioretty, and that is his 20th career goal against Toronto, most against any opponent. Power play number 6. So Austin Matthews loves home cooking. His mom makes tortilla soup, he said. Poppy has 12 of his 13 goals this season on home ice. Jonathan Marchessault, the shot hits Morgan Riley. Freddie Anderson makes a couple of saves. Riley shaken up, did return in overtime. Las Vegas on the same man advantage in overtime. William Karlsson, great opportunity. Freddie Anderson, the best of his 37 stops. Tavares with his 4th. Great pass from Mitchell Marner, who praised Freddie Anderson after the win.
He's been unbelievable for us all year long. He's always the backbone of this team. He saves a lot of big saves. I mean, that one on the kill in the overtime, that's a hell of a save, getting across and locking that up. It wasn't an easy shooter either, so that saved our game right there, and he's been our best player probably every night.
I know it's pretty significant to give 3 stars to only one person, but you can debate the amount of saves he made and key moments, all the penalty kills, overtime, before overtime, gave us a chance to win it. So hell of a night by Fred.
The Vancouver Canucks have shown glimpses of brilliance this year. Such a fun team to watch. But Tuesday, in an overtime loss to the St. Louis Blues, head coach Travis Green saw something he'd been dying to see. His team played their most physical game of the season, Green calling it, quote, a big boy game. And in that overtime loss, the Canucks extended their point streak to 8 straight. Taking on the Hawks in this one. First period, Alex DeBrincat. He cuts to the middle. Now he's falling down. He's out. What? Over the blocker of Jacob Markstrom. DeBrincat's 5th of the year. Canucks have allowed the first goal in 11 of 16 games. I don't care. 1-0 Hawks. Hawks man advantage. Andrew Shaw. Oh, very early into the power play. Gets his 3rd of the season. Patty Kane's 2nd assist of the night. 2-0 Chicago after 1. Second frame. Canucks power play expiring. Elias Pettersson sends it in front. Went off J.T. Miller's leg and in. Pettersson, 15 points in his last 9 games. Markstrom. Watch this. He takes a shot up high. Oh, a stinger in the shoulder from Eric Gustafsson. He's in pain, but he stayed in the game. A couple minutes later, Jonathan Toews, friend of SportsCenter Jay and Dan, alone in front. Oh, my goodness! Markstrom! His impression of Bill Ranford's 2-pad stack. 2-1 through 2, 3rd period. Hawks, power play. Kane, with time, fires through traffic, scores. His 5th of the season, 3-point night. Canucks suffer their first regulation loss in 9 games as the Hawks win at 5-2.
Flames were home to New Jersey. Jack Hughes, 1st overall pick, 7 points in his last 7 games. Had a slow start, but he is really picking it up now, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, he does. And an absolute beauty. The feed from Hall, who's played a lot of games at the Dome. And Hughes beats Dave Riddick for his 4th. Hall extends his point streak to 7 games with the assist. Hughes had a 2-point night. Second period, Derek Ryan. Little magic of his own. Early in the second. Oh, that's a beaut, beating Mackenzie Blackwood. Terrific goal from Ryan. But later in the second, Taylor Hall. Tough shift here, trying to get out of his own zone, turns it over. This will end up on the stick of Johnny Gaudreau, who spots Sean Monahan. A lot of talk among Calgary fans. When are these 2 guys going to get going? Right there, that's when they got going. 3rd frame, 4-2 Calgary. Gaudreau. Here we go. Johnny Hockey's back, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful backhand. Matthew Tkachuk already having a terrific season. And here tries to pull off the lacrosse goal. I love it. I love the stones on this kid. In the end, Calgary won. that didn't work out so well.
Habs and Flyers. Carey Price against Carter Hart. Flyers' second-year goalie grew up idolizing the Habs netminder back in June. Hart said, I just remember looking out on the ice at the other end and seeing Carey Price in the net. There it was. Pretty surreal to see him there facing off against him. Yeah, that's what it's like. Facing off against Carey Price. Habs down 1-0 in the first. That was Brian Mudryk on the call. Price, 17 saves in the period. He was phenomenal in this game. Minute into the second, Paul Byron. Watch him in front. I'm going to put a little circle around him. Puck bounced over his stick. He could have cleared it out of harm's way and said James Van Riemsdyk scores. 32 saves through 2 periods for Price. Later in the second, big rebound goes right to Ben Sherratt. Buries. Price and the Habs keeping this one close through 2 periods of play. The Habs actually tied it when the Flyers get in behind the D. Shea Weber. The hook. Oh, boy. That's a penalty shot for Carson Torinski. St. Albert, Alberta native. First ever penalty shot. This is his 10th career game, and he's having a penalty shot against Carey Price. He's still going to remember it. Price stopped him. Price 38 saves in this game. Overtime, less than a minute in. Sean Couturier, 38 saves, and then one squeezes through Price. The overtime winner. At least the Habs got a point.
Ottawa Senators in action on Thursday. LA one win in their last 6. The media was asking whether there's a divide in the dressing room between veterans and younger players. Jonathan Quick was not happy about that question. Everyone wants to win. It's expletive. You guys saying veterans, young guys, we're all in this together. No one in here likes to lose.
One guy in the corner. Actually,
I don't mind.
I don't mind.
I get a longer summer. Anthony Duclair is having a good season for your Ottawa Senators. Nice little tip there. 6th of the season for the former Canadian World Junior. Tie game after 2 midway through the third. Tyler Ennis going to send it in front. Artem Anisimov. First goal since October the 10th. Kings gave up the lead late in the third, but they don't go away. They really couldn't just leave. Not like the Russians. Yeah, they're going home. Tyler Toffoli ties it. 4th of the year sends it to overtime. DJ Smith, yeah, he's not happy. He's not a happy camper. Extra frame, Toffoli, great chance to end it right there. Nilsson, Anders Nilsson. Great paddle stop for your Sens, setting the stage for this.
Late change by Ottawa. Pajot came on, looks down to Paul. Back for Pajot, pulls it free. Pajot in, shoots, careful save, rebound, score! John Gabriel Pajot, the overtime winner.
J.G. Pajot is just playing terrific. 4 goals in his last 3 games. How about the Ottawa Sens? They get the victory. And Nick. This week, The Athletic reported the LA Chargers were considering a permanent move to London. A story Chargers owner Dean Spanos called total bullshit. But let's be honest. LA does not want the scraps of San Diego. They wanted another one of their old teams, the Raiders.
Nobody picked it up, so they couldn't have given it to Oakland. He's now
Oakland Coliseum. Phil Rivers, who was so good against the Packers last week, gets off to a rough start here. Looking for Keenan Allen. Eric Harris with the INT. Led to a field goal. Raiders have the early lead. And things would get worse for the father of 9 children. Chargers' next possession. Picked off again by Harris. Harris has taken it 56 yards. This is a pick 6. Rivers' 9th interception of the season. Raiders up 10-zip. Second quarter, Chargers. 3rd and goal. Rivers wide open. Hunter Henry. 3rd TD of the season. Skip to the 4th. LA's down 3 now. Rivers to Austin Eckler. And the Chargers take the lead on the road with just over 4 minutes to go. Minute remaining. The rookie out of Alabama, Josh Jacobs, right up the middle, 18 yards out. 7th TD run of the season. Raiders missed the extra point, so they're only up by 2. So Rivers has got a chance here. Got to march the team downfield for a field goal. Looking for Allen. Picked off for the 3rd time of the night. So the Raiders hang on. And after the win, John Gruden celebrating with Raider Nation. How about Derek Carr? There was a lot of talk that he was on the outs in Oakland, but he's back. 1 interception in his last 6 games.
We definitely gave Rivers the more flattering photo in this one.
I think it's just that Rivers looks like he had makeup, and Derek doesn't seem like he did. Yeah.
Earlier, I mentioned a big boy game. Well, you know what? The New York Islanders had a big boy streak going into Thursday night. A streak of 10 straight. 10 straight wins, not consecutive games with a point or consecutive games without something else. Wins, that's it. 10 consecutive wins. And I promise I have not been drinking. Isles take it on the Pens. Yeah, it's the team's first meeting since sweeping the Pens last playoffs. The Isles did. Pens power play in the second. New York clears it. Casey Cizikas to Cal Clutterbuck beats Matt Murray 5-hole. Islanders' second straight game with a shorthanded marker. 3-1 Isles in the third. I'm calling this one the TSN turning point. Yeah, look at this save by Matt Murray. This might be the highlight of the night. And then Brian Rust cuts the lead to 1 at the other end. 2 minutes later, Juuso Riikola hits the crossbar. Yevgeny Malkin ties it. 3 goals in just over 7 minutes. For the 4th time during their win streak, the Isles needing overtime. 2 to go. New York turns it over. And Russ wraps it around.
Wow.
Islanders' first loss since October 11th. The Pens take it in overtime. I'll still do get a point. Okay, let's see if we got a request in. Nope, we wanted a countdown to cameraman Glenn's pending retirement.
Yeah.
Instead of our walkover clock, we didn't get that.
Glenn, this is your 9th last show, correct?
8 after this, okay.
8 after this one.
And he's got it worked out, because we work Sunday to Thursday. He's taking the Sunday shows off, so he's a 4-day work week.
Yes.
Monday to Thursday. Boom.
Beautiful. Yeah, the Jon Stewart schedule.
That is how you do it.
Cannot wait till Bell Media renegotiates our deals after our current contract to that 4-day work week. And we'll be more productive. It's been in lots of studies. 4-day work week, more productive. There'll be better shows.
Exactly.
We're trying to help you out, Bell.
You're welcome.
Jets forward Brian Little suffered a brain bleed and a perforated eardrum, causing vertigo after taking that puck to the head on Tuesday against the Devils. There is no timetable for his return. He was released from hospital on Thursday, much to the relief of his teammates.
I was lucky that my wife and his wife are really good friends, so we were getting feedback pretty much right away that, you know, what it was, how he was doing, and he was, you know, in good spirits. So you kind of, you know, were able to breathe a sigh of relief right away. But, you know, once I talked to him yesterday, then, you know, you feel pretty good about it.
Little's injury leaves a hole in the top 6. Paul Maurice elected to move Blake Wheeler from right wing to center on the line with Nick Ehlers and Jack Roslovic. By the way, I said Roslovic. It's Roslovic. Though I think his ancestors would have said Roslovic. That's me making an excuse for messing up.
I was explaining that puck to the ear to my daughters.
Oh,
man, they were
devastating.
Yeah.
Just, you feel for the guy, because as everyone knows, he started the season with a concussion.
Yeah.
And then this, yeah, tough season for Brian Little.
Okay, but there was a moment of levity during Paul Maurice's scrum where he had some fun at the expense of a new reporter.
Work ethic usually covers off about 85% of the game, and probably in all pro sports. That's all. New guy, right? Not the regular guy, didn't get the rules. All right. You know what's sad for you is you got to buy lunch. Everybody knows that. It's a big group, and Ken eats like a goat. So this might be a credit card. So he'd be a good center. How about that?
And where you go for lunch?
Funny.
Polo Park.
Yeah, that's right. Ray and Jerry's. Or
Timmy's.
Yeah, or Timmy's. Or Salisbury House.
The Jets, they're next in action Friday night. It's a one-anthem game on Canadian soil. It's the Canucks, and it's the Jets. We've got it for you. Friday, 6:30 Central, TSN 3.
Now, just hours after a report that Antonio Brown had scheduled a meeting with the NFL next week to discuss sexual assault allegations against him, Brown took to Twitter and vented his frustration with the league in a profanity-laced tweet. He tweeted, "Imagine conforming to a system, giving it 100% to see them threaten me like this as unfairly, making money off my sweat and blood. F the NFL, I'll never play in that. Expletive, treat black people the worst, clear my name and go, expletive yourself." Then hours after that tweet was sent, Brown deleted it and posted another one, backtracking on earlier comments saying, "I'm just very frustrated right now with false allegations and slander to my name. I love football and I miss it. I just want to play and I'm very emotional about that. I'm determined to make my way back to the NFL ASAP." Mike Garafolo.
NFL Network star reporter Mike Garafolo.
There isn't a nicer guy on the planet than our NFL insider Mike Garafolo. There he is, Mike Garafolo, to break down everything in the National Football League. Antonio Brown had a number of tweets revolving around his future in the NFL. Brown said in a social media post Thursday he's being treated unfairly by the league, but later reversed course in another public message. Will he play again this season, Mike?
In that first tweet, he also said he's done with the NFL, which I believe is the second time now this season that he has said that, only to say later on, "No, I'm really emotional because I missed the game," and all these things. Look, this is a guy that's had trouble keeping his emotions in check. So once again, being unable to do that on Thursday on Twitter is a terrible sign for all those teams who are at least going to take a passing interest in the possibility of signing him should he be cleared by the league. And that investigation is ongoing. The expectation is the league will finally interview him regarding the multiple instances. And I say multiple instances because this is not like some of the usual ones that we've had before where the league is investigating a situation. Usually it's one situation. In this case, it is a number of situations involving Antonio Brown. This one could still take a while, and then if there's a suspension on top of that, it's a long way of me saying no. I don't expect him on the field again this year.
Okay. The Chiefs, they increased Patty Mahomes' workload in practice this week before they make a decision on their quarterback's availability for Sunday's game against the Titans. Do you think Mahomes plays in that game?
I do, and that is the expectation based on the people that I've spoken to in the Chiefs organization around the situation. Everybody expects Patrick Mahomes on the field against the Titans this weekend, and this was really the magic time. He's outside of 3 weeks because the numbers will tell you inside 3 weeks there's a chance of a dislocation happening again. Now, there's still a chance, but the numbers go way down once everything starts to heal and starts to tighten up. I mentioned to you guys when this first happened, there still could be surgery at some point. We'll see about that. But the fact now that he is in a full participation and looking good for Sunday, Chiefs are hopeful it's not just going to be Mahomes on the field, but the same old Mahomes that we're used to seeing, mobility and the ability to throw on the run.
Hey, Mike, I just want to tell you something. You have a great weekend.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it, Dan.
Well, CFL Award finalists announced Thursday. Riders QB Cody Fajardo is up against the Ticats' Brandon Banks for the league's most outstanding player. Fajardo, in his first full year as a starter, missed last week with injury, but he'll get an extra week of rest ahead of the West Final. There you go.
I love that guy in Sasky. Maybe we'll hang out with him when we're there next weekend.
That's right. Fajardo, you're welcome to attend the Jay and Dan podcast live.
You've got to buy a ticket, though.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
There's no freebies.
We'd love to have him there on stage. That'd be fantastic.
Hey, here it is. The Eskies and Owls, they split their 2 meetings this season. Coverage of the Eastern semifinal begins Sunday at noon Eastern. You get settled in for that one, and then you get ready for this one. This is your main course. It's the Bombers and Stan. Both are main courses. It's like picking a steak over
Steak and
pasta.
fish. Yeah. BC Lions have asked for permission to speak to former Red Blacks head coach Rick Campbell. Campbell and the Red Blacks parted ways Monday after a 3-15 season. In 6 seasons with the club, Campbell 44-60-2, won a Grey Cup in 2016, took the team to the Grey Cup 3 of his 6 seasons. And on Wednesday's show, we predicted this move. We predicted this would happen. Want to see?
And now it's time for Jay and Dan's We Called It.
Maybe Rick Campbell goes to BC.
Coaching carousel.
Well, there it is. We called it.
Hey, we are awesome.
All these other people, we got hot takes.
Yeah.
We don't claim it, we just do it.
We just do it, and the evidence is there on the video.
No one else has evidence.
No. We are awesome. When we come back, it's practically all hockey in the channels. Jenny time. Ooh, it snowed in the Greater Toronto area on Thursday. So no more pumpkins. Alex DeBrincat beats Jake Markstrom. Barstool DeBrincat.
Although, if you do have some pumpkins left over, supposedly cows like it as a little treat.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I'll remember that if I see any in downtown Toronto where I live.
Now the other way. Rust racing, and he scores on the other end.
OHL Russia, Cole Perfetti finishes off a beautiful passing play.
The OHL is
Vegas power play in overtime against Tirana. William Karlsson one-timer. Freddie Anderson makes a save. Okay.
A student at Avalon Christian University trying to hit a half-court shot. Almost. Almost hits a woman in the stands.
Oh, I think he was being a goofball. Jack Hughes takes the feed. Look at that. Look at the hands. I think the Flames have to get brighter lights in that arena.
Jimmy Butler. Well, they're going to get a new arena. So.
Yeah.
Jimmy Buckets finishes. He's a new dad. This is his new team. It's a new Jimmy Buckets.
He was missing a shoe there.
Ah, that was the key to that whole thing. I totally missed that.
Marcus Eldridge following up the play. Lane gets wedged against the... It's an old wedgie.
That was going to be something.
A lot of shoes falling off.
Next, you're watching Jay and Dan.
And now, a word of advice from Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback, Gardner Minshew.
Don't ever lend a dog money, even if he's got a cool eye patch. You know, especially if he's got a cool eye patch. That guy's a bad boy. A bad, bad boy.
This has been a word of advice from Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback, Gardner Minshew.
Gardner, well, one last shot at glory. He's not going to be playing this week.
Yeah, Folsey's in.
Yeah, Folsey's coming in. Hey, TFC had their last training session in Toronto Thursday. The team was greeted with snow on the ground before they went on their afternoon flight to Seattle. The team's recent history of playing big playoff matches away from BMO Field in both league play in Mexico for the Champions League, that had them feeling ready for the big crowd of more than 69,000 in Seattle Sunday. For the third time in 4 seasons, Toronto FC, the Seattle Sounders, the MLS Cup. Sunday, 2 Eastern, TSN.
As his pregame press conference, Mike Babcock had some great things to say about the sausages at BMO Field.
You ever been in a TFC game and had an Italian sausage there? They're unfriggin' believable. Unbelievable. What's going on?
Better than the kale salad?
I don't mind a kale salad either, but I mean, those Italian dogs there, the energy of the people around that spot, unbelievable.
That was great.
Yeah.
I want more restaurant reviews from Coach Babcock.
I'll one better them. Any hot dog or sausage out front of a Canadian Tire. Boom.
Wow.
Hey, it's time for a brand new edition of your favorite segment, NHL Scrum Lookers.
First half of that first period, through the rest of the game, it seemed like you guys were winning.
Everyone hard at work. Good work.
Good work, NHL reporters everywhere.
Yeah.
Good work.
Hey, it's the Jay and Dan podcast. We had a great episode this week, filled with lots of surprises. Don't forget the Jay and Dan podcast live in Regina next Friday. Okay, highlight of the night. Here it is. You've been waiting all day. You got up and said, what's it going to be tonight, or today, or this morning? It's Alex DeBrincat.
Or yesterday.
While falling down, DeBrincat whipped it home in the
Imagine waking up as a youngster and your dreams always, I want to have the highlight on that one night. And one day you get it.
That's probably something Alex DeBrincat dreamed.
You blew it. You struggle with Jack Roslovic's name.
Big time.
During one of the bumpers to break, you said Bob McKenzie would have the answers on offsides and insider trading. It was really producer Tim who wrote the bumper.
He wasn't even there, so
yeah.
That's on me again.
And I blew it. During a commercial break, I really had to go pippies, and I tried to run to the restroom, and I hit my knee on the, right there, on that table.
Oh, and you were not happy.
Yeah. I was swearing a lot. I was swearing as much as when I returned home from dropping my kids off at school this morning and saw one of the lunches on the counter.
Oh,
and I told my daughter, I said, if you had only heard what I yelled.
Here's a hot take from Dan.
If I'm a Browns fan, stop effing with your facial hair and maybe concentrate on football?
Ooh. Tim is an expert on the NHL's outdoor schedule.
I know. Is that all you watch is outdoor games in the NHL?
And reruns of outdoor games, Tim? You have an entire VHS copy of each outdoor game?
That's been hot sauce.
Remember when I saw you at the dollar store?
Terry from Timmins.
A soft head.
Old soft head O2.
Really a thing.